Hey guys, we're here at Ready Roofing. Here's what we're doing today. We're gonna film probably 10-15 videos. 70% of the content we're producing today actually for online business school. Ready Roofing did $7.5 million last year. They've only been in business since 2017. Amazing company. This year, they already have sold $3 million worth of work, and I wanna show you how they do it. So they also are contractor of the week at Roofing Insights, what Roofing Insights recommends in our trusted network. So for those of you who are in the school, you're gonna see a Ready Roofing business model, what CRM they use, how do they get their leads, what kind of sales training system. They have everything inside their business is coming to you guys as our students. For the rest of you, enjoy the content. It's probably gonna be short clips during the day, today and tomorrow. We're also gonna give them a huge shout out for being an awesome contractor in Raleigh, North Carolina. And next week, we're gonna do full review of their business. Thank you, stay tuned. And if you wanna learn more about Roofing Business School and learn more case studies like Ready Roofing, sign up. Just text me. I'm gonna put my number in the description. You can text me and I have a very special deal for you. See you guys later. There's so many Ready Roofing signs here everywhere. It's probably the most branded office I've seen in a long time.
We got to represent, man. I was actually just telling Will, Dimitri will be here in a little bit, man. I want to get you on camera. All right.
Good to see you, man.
What's up, bro?
Look at those cops, everything.
Heck yeah,
We're gonna count how many Ready Roofing signs and mentions we see in this office.
Justin with Ready Roofing.
That's not a real fish, is it?
Yeah, that's completely real. Completely real, yeah. No, so our guy that does our metal panels on our commercial roofs and stuff made that for us. He has a plasma cutter, so it's pretty cool. Made this one right here as well.
Very cool. How Ready Roofing is different from other contractors?
How is Ready? See, I knew you were going to stump me, man. How are we different? Well, I think we got some good branding out there. We got a good presence, good clean image, good clean people that work here, great culture. I think it's a different experience all around versus other roofing contractors. And we hear that a lot, especially when people visit us. You know, they're like, "God, you guys, you know, you have your showroom and you have your office and all that, and all your guys are so, you know, friendly and nice." And so I think we kind of distinguish ourselves in that way, you know, with our culture and attitude and our presence in our local market around here. So, and online. I mean, we're doing different things online as well. So, oh, that's an easy one. I was partnered up with another gentleman who just quit on me in early 2017. And my wife and I decided we wanted to you know, continue the roofing because, you know, it was going pretty well. And we started looking for names. And I couldn't find anything. We were thinking about naming it after Hudson, my son, and maybe, you know, my daughter, I think, which we were pregnant at the time. Anyway, we were just thinking about all kinds of like names and we couldn't figure something out. And so I finally just said, I'm just ready to pick a name. Like, I'm ready for us to have a name and just do this. I'm like, that's it, Ready Roofing. Boom.
Wow, love it.
And then the matching website was important to me as well. So
ReadyRoofing.com was available?
Well, I had Ready Roofing NC for a while and then finally decided to purchase ReadyRoofing.com, but I knew it was for sale, so it was always in the back of my mind. Okay,
how much did you pay for ReadyRoofing.com?
I think it was $2,800, you know. But I only did it, though, when we got rolling, when we started, you know, making some money and actually doing something. We figured out this was definitely permanent. So
It's the back alley.
Just more vehicles.
Yeah. Oh, look, I didn't even see that. We just got that wrapped. Very cool. Very nice.
What does that truck do? Like, is it a gutter truck too?
This is Ross's truck. So this is our in our coating division. So
okay.
in that trailer we have our coating machine and everything to do our coatings.
We're gonna show it later on today?
We can, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we can get the inside of it.
Coating.
In there. But we just had that wrap yesterday.
Yeah, it's just.
So Dimitri,
just
this is Will Jordan. Will's
Yeah,
actually.
we met over at
Yep.
IRE a little bit, so it was loud, but.
Yeah, Will is one of the founding members of Ready Roofing. So it's just me and him door knocking back in the day, and that's how we got started.
Back in the day was 2017.
Exactly.
Back in the day.
You gotta think though, it's like technology, man. It moves so fast. You know?
Exactly. Love it.
The computer's outdated in 2 years, so you gotta keep up.
Show us
with
your
that.
office.
Cool, let's do it.
How did you come up with the name? How much did you pay for your first website?
Who did I? You know what? I paid like $500 a month for it, and they built it out. It's nothing like the website we have now. I feel like the website we have now has a lot more content, but it was a monthly thing, and it was evolving month after month, and so yeah, it was a monthly thing. I think it was $500 a month.
Are you the spender in the company?
Oh yeah.
Mr. First Class?
You hear Kelton back there. I'm definitely the spender. In fact, I went in a partnership with Kelton and Andy sometime it was early last year, and Kelton mid this year. But yeah, they have to slow me down sometimes. And I'm actually glad they're on board now, because I'm the kind of guy where I'm like, I get an idea, I'm just like, let's do it. Spend all our money on it, like whatever it takes. This is gonna work, Yeah,
I've seen it today during the lunchtime. My videographer showing you this lights for sales, like $500. Order it right now. It's like it's $500 for like $30 light.
Well, I think also you could compare it to maybe like a stiletto hammer.
I'm gonna tell you partner not to get that light.
See, that's why you're here too. You're getting me back to reality. But yeah, I'm definitely.
I'm a spender too, by the way.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Oh, yeah, big time.
I don't know, man. I like nice things. I like the company to have nice things, and I feel like sometimes when you do have those nicer things, that it helps more than something that may be cheaper.
When you have nice things, it helps you to get more nice things.
That's very true. Yeah, can be potentially. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely the spender, which is sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. I don't know if this would be a good one. One of the probably Will Hamilton's truck. We'll do his. I think he just really cleaned his. But on this one, we got like the cougar paws and the ladder and all that there.
Okay. No, we have the same stuff. I love it. I just love the setup, and it's nice and wide and tall. I like it's better than Chuck's. Just how easy it is to park, how easy it is to get. Oh yeah. Are you doing the Transits, or you're doing something? I have a Transit, Nissan, and Dodge. Okay. So I bought 3, like one of each, just to test them. And I actually like Transit. I would say the best out of 3. Yeah, they're good, man. We haven't had a lot of problem with them. There's some CV joint problems, stuff like that, but but they're so cheap. I bought Nissan because it was like half price. It was I got it for $7,000. It was salvaged, but it had 8,000 miles on it.
So by the time, that's a deal.
Yep. So by the time I fixed it, it cost me like 14 grand with 8,000 miles on it. Right. Nissan NV 200, I think.
God, that's a deal, though.
Yeah.
Man.
So that's.
Who cares if it's salvaged title?
Exactly. Well, that's one of the reasons I bought it. I was just looking for a Transit or like something in that body style, and that was the only one I could find, for $7 grand, and then fixed it for like 5 or 6 or something. I don't think I've ever gotten a deal. Actually, I did. We got that one at a good deal, actually. So that was a mechanic's lien. This one? Out the door, I got 20 grand in that truck. That's a 2017 F350. Oh wow, yeah, diesel, it's a deal.
We're going to start off with the worst part of or the best.
Yeah, this is the bathroom.
The best?
If you look at this, though, we take our shit seriously. Take it so seriously that you got to come prepared.
I know what's coming. Hold on. Where's the... I've seen online Hillary. Where's Hillary?
We took it out because we didn't know how you felt about it.
I feel just fine.
Okay, all right.
I just don't want to hang myself, but...
We didn't know how you feel about that, so we're like, I'm going to hang myself. That's funny. Dimitri did not kill himself.
What are you the most proud of in your business?
Golly. Probably made me tear up a little bit. I'm proud of our people and our culture that we've created.
I feel
and the family that we have here.
I feel like culture becomes such a trendy word, like, or most misused. Everybody talks culture.
Yeah,
but everybody who talks about it don't necessarily have it. So what is a culture? Define the culture.
To me, it's like I don't know, maybe like an ecosystem we've created here almost, like the way that we all kind of communicate and talk and get along and don't get along. And that to me is sort of our culture, like what we've done, like the more family type of feel, So
hanging pictures on the wall with eating donuts together.
Yes, exactly.
Part of the culture.
That is part of it. Yeah, the laughing, the carrying on, being clowns, and I know people, I think they misuse the word quite a bit too. There's also toxic cultures, and I just don't think we have that here. I think honestly, that's why I said, I'm most proud of our people here, and Ready Roofing and the family. But it is a great culture for sure. It's definitely what I'm proud of most.
What was your darkest moment in business?
Darkest moment in business?
I know you went through some hardships, almost filed a bankruptcy. Was that the hardest back in the day, or?
It was back in the day. I think in 2018 when I almost went bankrupt, that was rough. I don't know. I feel like I got out of it pretty easy. Now I think there's a lot of hard points for me when I try to visualize and have a good vision for the company and lead everybody in the right direction. I think I can get stuck up on that, and I have some dark days there. Like, am I doing the right thing? And am I going to fail everyone? Am I going to be the reason why we don't succeed? Or, I think those are I still have some of those dark days now. But in terms of just one defining moment, it was definitely 2018 when I almost went under. And thank God I didn't have all these people then, because there's so many families, that are involved, and my decisions matter. So then luckily it was just me and two other people. And in fact, Kim was with us at the time, and I had to let her go. And it was tough. And but I pulled out of it. So defining dark day and dark times, those are definitely some dark times. But this is Kelton. Of course, you met him. Kelton's our president, president of our company. He's like Donald Trump.
He's like Donald Trump. So here's what we're gonna do. You have to count how many times a Ready Roofing sign appears in the video, and whoever is gonna get us the right count, what are we gonna give them? Like giveaway by Ready Roofing.
A $25 Amazon gift card.
Oh man, he's so cheap. Okay, I'm gonna make it 20 times better.
Amazon gift card.
Roofing Insights will send you a backpack with a whole bunch of swag, and Ready Roofing will give you cheap steak, $25 card somewhere. Well, so keep counting Ready Roofing in this video.
All right, come on over, man. This is where we, play our golf, relieve a little stress.
Sales training?
Yes, exactly. Sales training. This is Sean. Sean's our project manager.
How you doing, man?
Sorry, I have a light on the camera to intimidate you.
Another project manager is Jordan. He runs the gutter truck out there. Oh, man.
Gutter machine and everything?
Yeah, 5 and 6 inch.
What kind of gutter covers do you guys do? Who makes the best gutter covers? Do gutter covers work?
I'll tell you what we do is we look at Roofing Insights for guidance on this.
He answers like a politician.
Yeah, actually, we just discovered.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask this guy.
What's up?
Do gutter covers work?
My honest opinion, no, they do not.
Which one do you install?
The Easy Sureflow.
Easy, sure. Okay, you're gonna show me how they work.
Okay.
We're gonna review them today.
All right.
Have you ever installed a roof?
Yes, I have. Installed one.
You installed one roof? What kind
And
of
I'll
roof?
never do it again.
Says the owner of Ready Roofing.
Well, you look at Ready Roofing. I mean, let's just tell the truth here. I mean, we're not a roofing company, man. I mean, we're not. I feel like, honestly, you do a really good job at educating people and doing what you do. And we're going to start doing more of that, but we're a sales company. I mean, we do really good at selling, educating, branding, the name. And the true roofers are the gentlemen that we use, the heroes, the guys putting on the roofs, that deserve all that credit, are our subcontractors that we use. And we do have some in-house guys. We do spray coats in-house and repairs in-house.
Tell me about that day you installed the roof, or days. How long did it take? What kind of roof? I want to hear the story.
Okay, so that was, I've actually done 2. And I will actually say I didn't complete them. So one of them was Kelton's grandmother, and she had a very special situation. So her roof, like you walk in this house and you look up and you can see the rafters. And so the way that they did that roof back in the day was and this was probably 20, maybe even 30 years, 25 years ago or something, they put down this insulated board, and on top of it put the shingles and hand nailed it with like 2 and 3/4 inch nails. And so our roofer comes out there to look at it, and he's like, I'm not doing this job. And we're like, oh crap, man, we've already sold it. It's Kelton's grandmother, for God's sakes. And we're like, we got to get this done. And we started tearing it off. So we tore it off, put insulated board down, put plywood down, dried it in completely. And it took us 3 days just to do that. It was probably like a 20 square roof. And it was a good experience, but I would tell you what, it was hard work, man. I mean, there was like insulated styrofoam board going everywhere, and we were up there overheating, and like, a bunch of white boys on the roof down in waters like crazy, and
Gatorades,
yeah. Dude, we were so slow, but we did it, and we got it dried in, and our guys then came and put the shingles on.
So your roofers refused to remove it.
Yeah.
And you stepped in and removed. Wow.
Sure did. Yeah. Did what we had to do. Yeah. And that now it would have been a little different. It would have been like, hey, Ross and Gunner and Greg and Sean, hey, we need this roof tore off, man. But then it was like, we got this, man. It's hard to believe it's such a short time ago too.
Do gutter covers work?
I think it depends on the scenario, right? So if you're
such a political answer, it depends on the scenario. It was a yes or no question.
Okay.
Do gutter covers work?
Yes,
it depends on the scenario. What if they have trees or not?
Well, I had to say, hey, what kind of shingle are you going to sell them if they got a lot of trees, right? I mean, you gonna do the 3M Scotch guard, or you gonna just do the ProLam? It's a different situation. They're in the middle of the field, they could probably get away with ProLam in a retail scenario. So that's kind of the example I was given there. But to answer it, I say yes, they do.
They do.
If you use the right ones. And what I mean by the scenario is if you have someone that has just an absolute ton of leaves, like me personally, I would do gutter helmet.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do any gutter screen guard or plastic mesh from Lowe's or something like that. I would do a gutter helmet on it. Something that's just going to roll that leaf just right off. Sure. It's not even going to make it.
Guard stuff, yep. Yeah.
That's what I would do. So I'd say yes, they do work.
Look at this. How come you don't have it on the backpacks? You missed it. You missed it.
No, we do. That's just not the right backpack. The other backpack Andy's using right now, it has Ready Roofing on it. Still yours? Yeah, because he's getting his embroidered Ready Roofing.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good. So my name is Silvano.
Hey.
I'm a subcontractor.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Okay. Good.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Zach.
Did I came in the wrong time?
No, you looking for work?
Yeah.
Go in there. That first office on the right. Just knock on the door.
Okay.
And there's a gentleman there.
Who's the main general manager?
That's gonna be Kel. Here, let me come in here. Let me.
Okay.
Go ahead, buddy.
People just walking in, asking for work. That's what happens when you have a brand. What's your work-life balance look like? I've seen your kids coming around. How often kids are in the office? What time do you get home? How much time per day you spend with your kids?
Right now, it's actually pretty good. I'll get home usually about 5:36. Sometimes a little later. If Dimitri's in town, we go out to dinner and stay out till 10. But but ultimately, I'm home by about 6 every night, and then their daycare is right down the road from here. So sometimes they'll stop by, but a lot of times they're so sleepy at nap time's 1 o'clock. So our nanny or my wife will take them straight home and put them to bed. But it's a good balance. I get home, they're happy to see me. And
do you feel like you work 24/7? Does it ever? Do you have time off? Does it ever stop?
I work 24/7 in my head all the time. I'm always in my head. So even if I'm with my kids or, my wife, I'm always in my head.
How about your phone? Do you put your phone down, or are you always checking it every 10, 15 minutes?
No, I got really good at that. I actually do put my phone down. And Tommy could probably attest to that. He's like, man, I texted you last night at 8 o'clock. And I'm like, it was 8 o'clock, but I've learned to prioritize a lot, this, and people that don't realize that, usually I'm not talking to them anyway, but if someone texts me at 8 o'clock at night, it's just not important and I'm spending time with my family. Honestly, I just forget to respond to them. My family's more important when I'm in that moment. So, but one thing I could work on is actually getting the business out of my head and, focusing more on the family when I am around them. So I think I got a pretty good balance there. But at first it wasn't that way. I have a team of individuals here that I delegate to, and they do an amazing job. So I trust them to get it done when I'm not here.
Did Epstein kill himself?
Did Epstein kill himself? No, I think he was killed.
No.
I
mean, we know.
I think maybe the Clintons has something to do with it. I can't say. Wait a second. Can we turn this off? I didn't mean to say that. Cliftons, not Clintons. Cliftons.
Oh. What time do you usually wake up?
6:37, usually somewhere in there. Sometimes earlier.
So you like to sleep in usually? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people say I like to wake up early. I guess it depends on who you are. What time do you get up?
Like 4:35.
Oh my God.
I usually at the gym at 5. $25 card, man.
I don't know. Chair.
My Uber here were more than $25.
This is Kim. Kim's our file manager. And this is
How you guys doing?
Allison. She runs all the accounting. And this is
Nice to meet you.
Office clerical management.
Clerical management.
This has now become our temporary office. So we bought the property across the street over there.
Okay.
Now we're tearing down the old house, and we're putting up a warehouse and office space and everything. So
Okay.
it's pretty cool.
Look over here real quick. I'll show you this. This is where our world headquarters is going to be. So
World head.
World.
yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah, we're actually going to Russia next year.
I put up that that big sign that says "Future Home of Radio Roofing World Headquarters."
Yeah, I saw that.
I ain't even been over here
So
yet.
this is ours now. So we bought this.
Oh, this is the house?
Yep. So we bought this whole property and everything. Right now we're just
How much was it?
we paid $280, but we're going to come in summer and tear this house down, and then we're doing
how much
parking
was
will
it?
be all right here. $280,000 for the house and the property. It's about a little over an acre, and all this will be parking, and then this will be our showroom.
Is your mic on?
And then warehouse as well. So that's the plan. That's the plan, Stan. So by end of summer,
it
I'm
sucks
not
you
gonna
have to
this
take
done.
the house down.
Yeah, the Historic Foundation was asking us if we would keep it, and I'm like, there's really no way to keep it.
Why?
Well, we don't have enough room, so basically, it's gonna be like a little small, like strip mall, basically like that. So a portion of it will be our warehouse and office, and then the rest of it will be, we can squeeze about 5 tenants in there. So we'll have tenants in there leasing the office spaces, and then that'll pay for our mortgage on our the whole building basically.
That's very smart.
Yep.
That's how it usually works, yeah.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
What kind of managing style do you have? Like, describe yourself as a manager.
Me as a manager, golly, I don't know.
Do you like to micromanage? You give somebody a task, like, how do you check on it?
I don't. So I'd say I'm not a micromanager. So I will give someone a task.
We'll ask your employees this question too.
Yes, please do. Yeah, I think they would agree. I don't micromanage. If something goes wrong, I will step in, offer my opinion, or facts on the situation, try to help them resolve it. But ultimately, we'll typically come up with a solution for something and then go after it. And whoever is set in place to do that, they'll do it. And I don't hover over them usually. Now, unless it has to do with marketing, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. I'm really into that. It's actually something I focus on here a lot. Sure. So I will sort of sometimes, I keep pointing this way because Tommy is sitting there behind those cameras, but I'll micromanage him sometimes, but he's gotten better at
because
what he
that's
does
your
too.
expertise, that's your strongest suit.
I feel like it is, yeah. Until I've met you now and I'm like, golly, so many things we're not doing.
How did you sell your first job? What was your sales process? How much was it? Tell me about your first sale. Well, I already know how you install your first roof, but I want to hear how
first sale was a builder job, meaning new construction. And I had the connection through my audio video company where I was already wiring his homes anyway. And so, for sound and stuff. And it was really simple. It wasn't complicated at all. I don't know. I told him I was getting in the roof, and he said, good, give me an estimate. And I gave him an estimate, and I sold it. And I had somebody else do the work. I wasn't on that roof. But the first one was pretty easy.
Okay.
I can tell you my first tear off.
Yeah, okay.
My first insurance one.
Okay.
That one's probably a little bit more interesting. So I got the referral after a hailstorm came through. I got a referral from the builder who I was doing work for. It's one of his employees. And I went out there, and I was the guy that gave an estimate on insurance work because I just had absolutely no clue, how to do it. So I went out there, gave her the estimate, and she's like, "Oh, this is great." And I was educating her about the products and everything. "Oh yeah, we use Atlas and this 3M Scotch Guard, blah blah blah." And anyway, ended up doing the work for her. Just got it because it was cheap. So that was my very first one. Still, referral work, which was just pretty easy. They already knew me, trusted me, and it came from a good reference. So.
How long have you been doing gutters?
I've been doing gutters for 6 years.
Wow. You like it?
It's easy.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy. Easy money,
Easy money.
Yep. So this is my gutter truck, my box truck. She's all cleaned up.
Nice and organized. This is my favorite part of the business. I just love organizing trucks, building little pockets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I'm an organizing freak when it comes to equipment. And I used to have a flooring business, and it was the same thing. I would do like PVC pipes, 2-3 inches. I would screw them to make them like pockets for hammers.
Yeah, make it all
and
nice
pry
and
bars.
convenient.
Yep.
Right there at you. Yeah, so Jordan came from another gutter company that does way more gutters than we do. So he brought like a whole wealth of knowledge over here. And we gave him this truck, and he just kind of had at it, made it his own. He's done fantastic. One of the things you had to get used to, I think, though, is on this machine. So this is a KWN Gutterman. In my opinion, that is one of the best machines versus some of the other ones.
That's the one I got stolen from you.
Made in America. How'd they steal a gutter machine?
Trailer, the whole trailer. They hooked it up and
That is actually one reason why we decided to go the box truck route. That was in the back of my head. So, But this guy right here, you can enter in the footage you want to spit out, and it'll spit it out exactly. So if you're doing like a 40-foot run, you just enter it in and just let it go. It'll stop right at 40 foot where the guillotine cuts it off.
Okay.
Yeah, we've done pretty good with it. So we with some of the hailstorms we had, gutters, insurance companies just replacing gutters left and right. So, but one thing we're getting into now is like the retail gutter game. So that's why, I have all gutter services in that pink van you saw. So we're hoping to roll that out hopefully by summer and have a few more sales guys and start really, doing gutters.
So you just want to do gutters. What's the story about that? Why did you decide just to do gutters? Just to grow it? Easier?
Yeah.
Scalable?
It's quickly scalable. And gutters to me, I think you got to sell products that work, but I think some of it also is like a little gimmicky. And so homeowners and even, property owners, they buy into all that stuff, So I know that if we form a gutter company, that I can scale it like crazy, just like we have this one. Immediately start hiring salesmen and get them out in the field, get them, in touch with all the good products and all the things that make a difference in one gutter job versus another. I think we'll do really well with it and be really successful. And then the branding, I love being able to brand, man. Like when I did all gutter services, I wanted to do pink because nobody around here has pink vehicles.
Exactly.
So now every time they see a pink vehicle, they'll think all gutter services.
Exactly.
And so this was the first step in that. So where Jordan came from, he's like, man, what are they doing a year? $3 million in gutters or something?
They're making money.
They're doing a ton.
I did the same thing. I started Gutter King of Twin Cities, and my first month was $40,000 in sales. First month ever, just first September. But then in November, machine got stolen. Had problems with the employees, and I'm like, at the end of the year, and I just decided I give up. I didn't want to do it. Because Storm Group was doing so well. I still do gutters under Storm Group, but I did the same thing. I knew I could brand it. I did brand it. We started killing it, and I got frustrated.
Yeah, sounds like you got your legs sweeped out from under you too, which sucks. God, I couldn't imagine that.
What's up with the metal wall?
TV producer.
Those are our high-end metal panels that we sell, and we just wanted to really highlight that.
You mean leftovers?
Yeah, we actually also want to highlight the fact that we leave the price tag on these as well. You see everywhere there's a little price tag.
Talking about attention to details.
Yeah, we, here at Ready Roofing, we believe in quality.
It may or may not.
Not quality.
Why is it so wavy?
That's just a part of the design.
Yeah.
We figured we'd switch it up a little bit, put a roof in.
You don't believe in the straight lines when you talk about fasteners?
No, you can't, man. It's got to be
The wavier the better.
Authentic?
yeah, wavy the better. Yeah, and you want to
That's a rustic one.
you want to give it that consumer grade feel, like almost like the consumer did it themselves. And look, if they start
That's the first super tip of the day. You want to do a crappy job so consumer feels like he did it himself. So you don't want to intimidate the homeowner.
They take pride in it.
But by being a professional, you just, hey, we're coming down to your level, so you feel like you could do it yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, we really connect with our clients.
That's relatable. So you get it.
Yep. Oh, I love it. What advice would you give to someone who just starts in this business, like brand new?
Brand new.
Decided to go in. I'm gonna start a roofing business. I'm gonna do what Justin with Ready Roofing did. I'm gonna build an empire and motivated. Wanna be a business owner, good at everything, and give some advice to somebody who wants to take this journey, building a brand.
I would say proceed with caution, and I would not get caught up in your image too much. I'd get caught up in your brand.
What do you mean by that?
So what I mean by that is a lot of guys are driving jacked up, trucks and, spending all their money on that and their personal image, and they should be more focused on
How they feel.
Yeah, correct. They should be focused more on their company and their brand and growing if that's what they want to do. Now, if you want to get in this just to make some money, hey, do you go out, door knock, advertise a little bit, close, 2 or 3 roofs a month and be happy. But if you want to grow and you want something like this, it's earned and you have to do it daily, 1 step at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time, and very strategically. And I'd say don't waste your money on shiny objects at first, because it can get you in trouble. And I will also tell you that collecting is extremely important, and you need to focus on that just as much as you do selling.
Awesome. Sales don't fix everything.
Not everything, no. You can sell it, you still got to collect it, got to get the job done.
How important is product that you sell or install? Like asphalt shingles. Let's talk about just asphalt shingles. How important is it? What brand do you sell? Because obviously you build a brand. Ready Roofing is a brand. You can sell any brand of shingles. There's like 8, 9 of them. How important is it for the success to become a successful? Is it everything, or it's just part of it, or?
I don't think it's everything. I think it's definitely a big part of it because, in Virginia we sell GAF, and I know how you feel about some of their products, but you also praise them in some instances too. So I do think that product does matter. I would say that you don't want to sell the cheapest, and you probably want to, have a high end and like a mid-level, and I'm speaking in terms of like our business model, right? Like we don't do builder work anymore. We just don't. And so I'm not after some of the other shingle manufacturers that are lower on the totem pole. I don't even know if I can mention names, but I'm just not after them. So the products that we sell, we want all of our guys to also believe in them, and then they would put them on their home as well. So that's why we sell Atlas. And honestly, that's why we sell GAF too. And then we sell, those are the two shingle manufacturers right there. So that's why we sell Atlas. That's why we sell GAF. So.
And after today, you're gonna start selling OC. I heard.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. After that pitch, good Lord, yes. I mean, I'm like, they're in my iPhone. They're in space. They're everywhere. It made me want to start selling them. Yeah, and we actually consider them. I think they're a great shingle manufacturer.
And I'm not their rep. I'm curious how important it is. But is it important to sell just one versus sell all of them? Because I see contractors all the time. They'll sell like 3 or 4, And I don't know how they do it.
You know what? I wouldn't do that, and that's why we don't sell GAF here. So we don't sell GAF here, but we sell it in Virginia because our guy there knew it, and I didn't want to slow him down. He's quite successful selling it. And so what I'm getting at with that is I think you should pick one or two of your products that you're going to sell and stick to them and know everything about them. Because you can be a jack of all trades and a master of none. You don't want to do that. You want to know that product in and out very well and have that pitch together to where you can go in and confidently say, hey, we use this product and here's why. So I personally think you should stick to 1 to 2 brands maybe. Us, we stick to one brand here in North Carolina, one brand in Virginia. And also, I mean, look at car dealerships. You know, you don't go to a Chevy Ford dealer. Exactly. You don't. You know, you go to the Chevrolet dealer.
Look, see, it's the battery for the Tesla. This is what powers it. I just change it out every night.
Hey, we just ate, so take it fun. It's also raining.
You'll be alright, dude. Don't worry about it.
Dimitri's scared.
You'll be alright, man.
I'm scared
It's
for
the
you.
power, man. It's the power.
I don't think anybody else will say anything, Dimitri.
Whatever, girls.
I'm Russian.
Like, shut up,
Talk to
peasant.
me that way.
Shut up,
I
peasant.
mean, dude, you fucking killed Apollo, bro. In Rocky.
You did. You killed Apollo. You did it.
You seen the Rocky movie where the Russian,
Rocky
angry
4.
Russian, he's on steroids and kills Apollo.
See, Americans are actually the one who are on steroids.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Here we go. Well, hey, man, if you stop interfering in our damn elections, maybe we wouldn't have any problem.
You're welcome.
You're welcome for that.
Thank you.
If that is true, thank you.
Exactly.
If in fact that is true.
What do you mean if? There's no if.
Where's the
Just
proof, Dimitri?
thank me and
Where's
shut
the
up.
proof? Where's the proof?
Quit, shut up. It was your YouTube channel. They did it through there.
When we do shit, we get away with the shit.
That's that KGB stuff.
Exactly.
This is Travis. Travis is one of our residential sales guys. How are you? Travis actually does a lot of retail as well for us too. So he's bringing a lot of.
Can you put some tape over this for me? Awesome.
And then this is Greg. Greg is one of our installers, and he does our spray coating.
Like your
as well.
boots, man.
So.
How you guys doing?
That's
What do you do?
I'm
sales, residential.
Residential sales. And then we got Mr. Lloyd over here. Lloyd he's our multifamily specialist. So he's doing a lot of
Multifamily
stuff and making some good connections.
I heard you outsell all the residential guys combined.
All lies. Yeah, that's probably not sure because right now he's in like a transitional phase, so he's still doing some residential. So, but his ultimate goal though is multifamily. He's got a lot of great connections and ability to network in there. So he's actually brought a lot to the table. In fact, we had a great meeting yesterday with some multifamily folks. So yeah, blowing up pretty soon. Yeah, man.
How much do you think your name contributed to your success, your branding name? Like, was it a huge deal? I mean, you have pretty good name. Obviously, it's on all your vehicles. You're getting compliments all the time, I'm pretty sure. I mean, you get my compliment. It's something that when you have a good name, you want to put it on everything. You obviously have done that. But how important is a good name for the business?
I think that's, first and foremost for us.
Let me rephrase it. If you would name your company JW Contracting, would you be as successful as ReadyRoofing.com?
No, absolutely not.
So you do give credit to the name for your success?
Yeah, Ready Roofing just rolls off the tongue, and when people see it and they see it over and over and over again, call Ready Roofing. Yeah, call Ready Roofing. Call Ready Roofing. In fact, I think the name is so important that I actually reserved names similar right outside of it, like REDDY, so that someone wouldn't come in and try to take that. So I think that branding is extremely important. That name is extremely important. So, and I protect it, like by buying Ready Roofing with 2 D's instead of EAD, So.
Love it. I mean, you have to. These days you have to. That's one of the problems I have right now. Like Storm Group, I love Storm Group, how it sounds, Storm Group Roofing. But now I have Better Solution Storm Group. Somebody just comes in and say, and I didn't even think about it, but it's like Storm Group Radio Roofing. Somebody can come in, add 2 words in front of it, and now They taking your name.
Yeah, we're trying to piggyback off of your success. Yeah. Yeah. Name is extremely important. I think that makes all the difference. Again, if you're a contractor that's just doing 2 roofs a month, hey, you could probably get away with Woodruff roofing, But to me, I want to create a brand, like Sony or Samsung or, something like that.
What do you do for fun?
Work. No. I like guns, so I go shoot guns a lot. That's one of the things we'll do. We'll go to Top Golf sometimes, or I think it's called Drive Shack around here. But we'll do stuff like that. Drive balls. Go to friends' houses, play card games, hang out with the kids, and swing set, stuff like that. Me personally, though, I love guns, so I'll go shoot a lot.
This is where we write down all of our
Sales goals?
Well, our sales, and then in terms of like if we're going to actually close that job, like on a scale from 1 to 10, we'll write how confident we are right next to it. So like on Exotic Image, that's a 9. So we really feel like we're going to get that one. Wellens Homes, that's a 10. So obviously we're going to get that, and they accepted it verbally. So TCG, we closed that one out 2 weeks ago at 1.06 million on that project.
Awesome. So your sales up to date already at 3 million for this year?
I think maybe a little over 2. I have to look. I think we all when we talk about numbers, we want them to be a little bit bigger than what they are. So you can probably take what I say and dial back just a little bit.
Typical business owner, a little bit delusional.
Yeah, proud. We did 3 million already in January. It's probably 2.
What's happening here?
I know confidently it's definitely 2.
What is it?
Well, these guys have a love, not even love, hate. They just have a real good, beautiful relationship, and they decided to do this, and I captured this moment and put it on the wall.
Okay, that's just random. Okay. What's the last time you fired an employee?
Does getting really close count? No. Well, in that case, yesterday.
Wow. Was the guy behind the camera?
No, he's safe. He's safe. I don't know. Well, actually, I do know. Yeah, so it was right after summer we had let a guy go. That didn't.
What happened?
He was just lazy, man. It wasn't working. Like he would talk about working, take selfies on the roof, and just wouldn't work. Like wouldn't close a deal. And even the deals he closed, they were all messy.
That's what people do these days. That's part of job description.
Yeah.
Selfie on the roof.
First thing you do, you can get on the roof. All right, guys, we're out here. We're here on the roof.
So, what did you give him as a reason for letting him go? You're lazy, and your selfie sucks?
I'll tell you, I actually let him down in more of a slow way. His girlfriend broke up with him. I kind of felt sorry for him a little bit. And I said, look, man, why don't you just take some time and some space and just go do you for a few weeks and then see if you want to come back, and then we can chat then.
He was an employee installing the roofs?
No. He was a salesman.
I see.
So, and I just said, if you just take some time off, just go do you. And I don't know, I just let him down slow. I really kind of felt sorry for him, which I think was a mistake. But, and I usually make mistakes twice. Usually I don't. So the next one I'll just say, hey, it's not working out. You got to go. But with him, I let him down really slow because I felt sorry for him. And he didn't come back in 3 weeks. I mean, he knew it was over. So.
Sure.
And then back here is our little just random BS room. We're not really doing anything with it.
Okay, BS room. Everybody has a BS room.
Yeah, I had plans for it to be like a gutter spot, and we're going to do a lot of gutters back here. But now we're moving across the street and building a warehouse. We don't really need it. So
We got a nice expensive paperweight.
yeah, nice expensive gutter roll paperweight over there currently. So in our new warehouse, we'll have
what does it do?
All lined up and everything.
Oh, for
So the goal with this is to be
for the coal.
Yeah, so there's an electric motor that goes on this side, but the coal will go there, and it'll only be like a half a coal, and then you'll spool off what you need for a job onto here.
Okay.
And it'll keep track of your footage. So.
What pisses you off?
Oh, everything. No. What pisses me off? Oh, Kelton could probably answer this one really good.
You should be part of this. We're going to interview you next.
You should, yeah. Golly, paperwork. I'm like a stickler for paperwork. If everything's not in our CRM like it's supposed to be, it does piss me off because it slows down production. Now, you mean in the business, right? What pisses me off? Okay. I was like, okay, because we can get into a lot of things in life.
Not talking about your wife or kids.
Yeah. I think, paperwork, people not following the systems and things we put in place correctly, even though they've done it and then they don't do it and they're selective about it. And then it slows down other people's job, like our file manager, production stuff. And I think that pisses me off pretty good.
We're still trying to get an answer. Who built that ugly wall in the back?
Who built the ugly wall in the back?
Who installed
Probably
it?
Kelton. He likes shiny. He likes shiny stuff.
And my understanding is he's not good with the straight lines.
I'm gonna say if you can't get an answer, it's because they're trying to protect someone. And if there's anyone that's being protected, I'm betting it's one of the ladies in the office.
Oh yeah. I'm going to tell you, my wife picked that.
I figured that's probably his way.
The install was done by a gentleman that's no longer here. So we can rightfully talk crap about him.
Fair enough.
Because he's not here.
Awesome.
But yeah, actually, I did notice that when we come up. I'm like, dude, what?
I could see somebody losing a job over it.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of one of those things where you
walls,
don't pay
sir, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, you don't really pay attention to it.
I do. Attention to details.
Well, here's the thing. Like this is actually one of the selling points of the wall. So it's the electrical. Yeah. It's very important to have it hang like this. So it's reinforced in this metal cable here. Yeah. This is code. This is code.
That's North Carolina code.
Trust me.
That is North Carolina.
And what
First
kind of
licensed general contractor. Okay?
so that's what you so when you become unlimited general contractor, you can pretty much do anything you want.
Yeah. Yes.
Just
That's what that
hang-
means.
That's how it works
Yeah.
in North Carolina.
I've heard about hanging lights, but hanging receptacles and switches.
Well, that's because you don't know fashion, Dimitri. Okay? This is in style. All right. This is fashionable. People like it.
You can plug in that old device. I don't even know the name of it that he's using over there.
Oh yeah, the powered calculator up there.
Power calculator.
What do they call them calculators back in the day, Brent?
Texas Instrument.
Oh, an abacus.
What?
An abacus.
Yeah, an abacus. Yeah.
An abacus?
He doesn't have one. He doesn't have one of those.
I know, right?
How did you find your partners? How did partnership all came about?
Andy,
Because you have two partners, right?
I do, yeah. Andy and Kelton. So Andy's a 30% partner, Kelton's a 10%, and I'm 60. So Andy was building custom homes, and I was wiring them.
You don't have radio roofing in this cup?
We got a couple of them. Yeah, that's the Christmas one.
Talking about branding. Not even coffee.
That's our brand. We came up with that slogan there. Anyway, Andy, he was building houses. I was wiring them. And then we just started, actually early 2017, I kind of come to him with some ideas, and I knew I wasn't ready. Andy already has a successful business. His family, in fact, runs several successful businesses, has a lot of real estate. And so when I had originally come to him in 2017, I knew I wasn't ready. And then I went to his dad, and anyway, not to get too far off, but went to his dad. I wasn't ready I just wasn't ready at that time for a partner. I was just so immature, just wasn't quite ready. And believe it, 3 years ago was different. I know it's a short time, but so anyway, Andy came on 1st of 2019. So we went into talks into mid 2018. Talk. December, we formed a partnership. We put it on paper January 1st, 2019. And then Andy's made some investments into the company. And actually so has Kelton. So Kelton's been, we've been friends all our lives. So Kelton was actually one of the ones that when I was considering bankruptcy, he came in and helped me out. So Kelton I've known pretty much all my life since I was, well, I don't know, how old was I when we met, Kelton?
Probably 11, 12. I was probably 9, 10.
Yeah. So we've known each other since we were kids. And anyway, Kelton actually started working here, and he was like, dude, I just really want to be a partner. And so he was actually out selling and also doing production, like ordering and stuff like that, and materials. And he went out and sold a ton of jobs and just came to me one day. He's like, no, man, I'm serious about, being a partner in this business. He's like, he had $50,000 in commissions. He said, just zero them out, and that's my buy-in. And I'm like, really? You're that serious? Okay, cool. So we did it. But now I didn't make him wait a year, though. I said, you got to be here a year before you get any type of partnership. And so a couple months after his 1 year, we signed him up, got him on board.
Love it.
And that partnership actually has worked out better than I thought, honestly, because again, I'm the cowboy. I'm like, let's jump on this horse, this pony, and let's go. And they're like, whoa, hang on, let's think about this. And which I think works out great because they don't have that ability. I mean, I think they do to some degree, but we all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses, so we kind of fill in right there. And
levels everything out.
Levels everything out, yeah. And it really helps us to level up, to be honest with you. So it's been a cool journey. Andy sort of reels us back in when we're getting out of control financially. He's like you. He's like, let's see the numbers. And that's something I've never been good at. I'm really good at let's sell, spin. But whoa, wait a second, we're running out of money here. And the forecast isn't looking too good. So Andy handles all that for us. He does a really good job. If you have not subscribed to Roofing Insights yet, what are you waiting for?